Let's set the scene. You are a beautiful black 28-year-old from the Caribbean who has moved to the United States with certain, I guess, expectations when it comes to the dating pool. You think it's going to be bigger. You think the options are going to be endless. News flash! It's not. And you actually have less options than you did in your home country that has like 1% of the population. You join the apps, you try your best. You go to the clubs, no one's living for you. But one fateful night, you do make a connection with someone. They are beautiful, tall, have their own car. That is important. And you love that. They kiss really well. Love that too. However, the first night that you meet, they ramble to you about their ex for over an hour. And this is the first time that you're meeting just to hook up. Red flag number one. But you don't necessarily mind it because in your mind it's just a hookup. This is how hookups become situationships. Are you with me? So you don't mind it, but you flag it. You flag that, okay, this person might not be over their ex if they're willing to talk about it ad nauseum while you're trying to hook up. They're so beautiful, and also the options are not optioning. So if it's just to have some fun, I'm gonna have some fun. You see them a few more times, but the same thing keeps happening. Something that you thought was a one-off in terms of them processing their feelings is actually a pattern now. But now that you all are seeing each other more, obviously feelings are coming into the mix. And you are starting to develop a certain attachment to them. That's how it becomes a situationship, by you developing feelings. But it's not like strong, like huge feelings, but it's just, feelings. Attachment that just comes from seeing somebody semi-regularly. Whenever you see them, you become a free therapist for their problems. You decide though, okay, enough is enough. So you finally learn, like, okay, enough is enough. I'm not feeling good about myself when I'm in this dynamic. I'm gonna cut it off. You try to cut it off. They show you some self-awareness about their issues, and you give them another chance. Idiot. Chop it. But you give them another chance. You let them know, I think that you have some issues with regards to your past person, and you tend to ramble about yourself too much. So you clocked it fast. But because they showed self-awareness and repentance and penance and whatever, you were like, okay, let me give them another chance. Additionally, we can't forget that your options are not optioning. You don't have a lot of people on the roster, and by a lot of people, you have no one besides this one person. And you're a human with needs. You need to behave sexually. Like, you just do. You're an adult. You're a man. Hey, things seem to improve for a while with this person. And they start to lessen how much they talk about their ex for a while. But then it comes back up. And the fact that they yap about themselves so much actually comes back up as well. And you go out with them and you see it in real time when they're interacting with others too. How much they bring up themselves. And it's like, ooh, I'm not gagged. Your way of processing is annoying me. Your personality is kind of annoying me. And yeah. But the thing is, this is not new. You already clocked this pattern about them before, but you gave them another chance due to them showing self-awareness and because you had no other options. But you did that just to end up in the same place that you ended up in the beginning, but just many weeks later with much less money because you spent it on Ubers. So we don't have to talk in like third person anymore. I was describing my story right there. What do you think the character, me, realized? I realized that I should have trusted my intuition earlier and cut it off before it even became a situationship and feelings on my end developed. And it's not like romantic feelings. It's just feelings of closeness and I want to see you and I miss you, like that type of thing. But because I came to the conclusion earlier on in the dynamic when it would have been easier to end things, cut things off. But because of scarcity, mostly, honestly, and yes, the self-awareness and, apologies, but mostly scarcity, and feeling like I did not have that many options, which is the truth. It's not a scarcity mindset, it's a scarcity reality. Check out my video about moving to the US and attractiveness level if you want more details there. But the options were not there. But I should have just let it be me and my right hand. I learned that I need to listen to my intuition when it's talking to me and trust it more than I trust circumstances and, honestly, the other person. Because I let circumstances influence my decision to hang around and stick around and deal with a situation that was not respecting me, a person that wasn't respecting me. Because loneliness, warm body every now and then, and the sex was good. Sex was great, I'm not gonna lie. Very enjoyable. But it gets to a point where you just feel like you're eroding your self-respect for somebody. And that's the point I got to. I felt like my self-respect was being eroded. Like this conversation quality is not high. You'd like to talk about you a lot. The thing is, it didn't need to get this far, because now it's more difficult because we've interacted more. And even if most of our interactions is them talking about themselves, in their mind, they're gonna feel like, oh my god, but we have such a connection now. It's gonna be much harder for me to drop them like a sack of hot potatoes. It's gonna be done though. That's the lesson I want to give to you all. Trust when you need to end the situationship. That was my biggest mistake. I didn't trust my intuition, because situationships are never supposed to last a long time anyway. They are a transitory state. It's either you go from situationship into a relationship, or you go from situationship back to just being friends or acquaintances, but it's not supposed to last a long time. It's too confusing, it's too in the middle, but it's very difficult on those like cold Friday nights when you just want some company, by Tinashe. You just want some company, you just want to have fun, you just want to be human in a very sexual way. Just being honest. So, but get a rose. Listen, you can turn the rose on and off. Yes, you can. You don't have to think about the rose's feelings. You just have to charge it up. That's it. Thank you so much for being with me here today. This has been me, MicahTheMuse, and I hope to see you in another one of my videos very soon, okay? Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Follow me on TikTok. Bye.